STIHL Timber Sports Canada is brought to you by Big Green Egg, the ultimate cooking experience. Johnsonville. Discover the taste of Johnsonville. SLH Transport, official transport partner. John Deere. Nothing runs like a deer. Motomix, official premixed fuel of STIHL Timber Sports, available at your local STIHL dealer. Fitz Toronto. We build better athletes. Official trainer of STIHL Timber Sports Canada. And by Elan Dance Art Studio.
Of qualifying for our 2018 STIHL Timber Sports Canadian Championship. We have our final STIHL Timber Sports athletes all ready to compete for those 4 top spots with a chance to move on to that championship final. 3 chopping events, 3 sawing events, and lots of STIHL Timber Sports action coming up.
Welcome, folks. Today, we will watch our athletes compete in the first 3 of 6 events within their qualifying round. Let's take a closer look at 3 of the 6 STIHL Timber Sports disciplines. First is the springboard chop. This event is not for the faint at heart. It tests strength, balance, and speed as our athletes make their way to the top and sever a block of wood over 9 feet above the ground. In the underhand chop, our athletes will use footholds to balance them on top of a block, and with agility and precision, they chop their way through in a race against the clock. The stock saw event presents its own mental challenges. Equipped with stock MS661 steel chainsaws, our athletes will battle it out head-to-head, sawing their way through our block of wood. Top athletes in each event earn coveted STIHL Timber Sports points.
My name's Sterling Hart. I am from Maple Ridge, British Columbia. I've been involved with STIHL Timber Sports for about 10 years now. I originally got involved through my parents as a young boy.
I'm Scott Reed, and I'm from Toronto, Nova Scotia. I got started in STIHL Timber Sports approximately about 10-ish years ago. Followed the sport up through college ranks and coached the sport, and then decided I would jump in and try it on the pro level, and here I am today.
I'm Trevor Schofield. I live in White Rock, Nova Scotia, near Wolfville. I got started in the STIHL Timber Sports competing on Vancouver Island. I kind of got out of the sport for a few years and got back into it a couple years ago, and there I am today.
My name's Doug Armsworthy. Currently living in Douglas, New Brunswick. First got into the sport about 4 years ago in the college ranks, and just slowly worked my way up, and got fortunate enough to come to STIHL this year.
My name's Garnet Peters. I'm from Inverary, Ontario, and I got started about 2.5 years ago when I was traveling in New Zealand, and I sort of took it from there and I've stuck with it.
My name's Nick Russell. I'm from Port McNeill, British Columbia, and I started timber sports during university and continued on through the pro circuit out west. This series has caught my interest for the last 10 years. I love competing at this high level, all these athletes here, and just trying to keep my skill set at the elite level.
I'm Carson Bischoff, born in Magna Bay, BC. I got started from my dad. He's been competing since the 70s, so I've been brought up with the sport, doing it since I was just a kid.
Bill Bischoff. I live in Celista, British Columbia. I got started in STIHL Timber Sports back in 2006. Down in the States, and competed lots around British Columbia.
My name is Ben Cumberland. I'm from Keswick Ridge, New Brunswick, currently working at a St. George, New Brunswick. Got started in the sport through my dad. He brought Nathan and I along as we were born, just had fun with it.
My goal for today is to qualify on and make the finals tomorrow, so I'll be having that in mind all day and trying to stay driven.
Today, I'm just looking for solid runs in everything. I'm at the stage now in my career where I feel competent in every event, and I feel like it's up to me. If I beat myself, that's going to be the reason I don't move on. So as long as I don't destroy my own fate, I think I'll be all right.
Today, my mindset is just do the best I can. Just want to have good, clean runs and everything today, see where God lays her out.
It's the elite event in my mind, the STIHL Timber Sports, so something we all train for, all strive for, and all aim to be the best at.
Stick around for more great sawing and chopping action coming your way. Welcome back. We're here at Wasaga Beach. The wood crew is finished setting up. The athletes are ready. Let's head to the stage and get ready for that first heat.
The springboard chop is an exciting but highly dangerous event where athletes will use an axe and 2 wooden boards. You start by cutting 2 pockets with a minimum of 4 hits each to place your springboards into a 9-foot-high aspen pole so you can reach the 11-foot block at the top. Then you will chop the block from both sides until it is completely severed. The fastest competitor to go up 2 boards and cut through his block will win the event.
With our first heat, give it up for Doug Armsworthy! Doug Armsworthy is ready for action here today.
Athlete ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
There he is, right into that wood. He is not wasting any time making that pocket. Nice first pocket. He's placed in that first springboard. He's gonna start making that second pocket. You see that little flick of the wrist to make sure those chips get out of there. Those chips need to be out of the way to make room for that second pocket. Here he is, placing in that second pocket. Here we go, looking good. It's a bit of a slope on that second springboard. He's gonna lose that power. He looks like he might have to come back down and readjust that second pocket. Here we go, yep, not satisfied with that second pocket. He's just gotta get back up on that second board. All right, there it is, here we go. That's the springboard we were looking for there, folks. Here we go, he's into the wood. Here we go. Excellent, nice drive there. Making sure those chips just fly out of there. Looking good, about 80 to 90% through. He knows he's gonna turn soon. There it is, turning to that other side. Couple more hits. There it is. Unofficial time, 2:26. Excellent work for Doug Armsworthy.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
There we go. Garnet Peters first to that wood there, but look at the swings on Scott Reed. Garnet Peters already on that first board. That is a stable board there. Scott Reed right there with him. He is, little bit of a slip there. He's got to make sure that that pocket is nice and stable. There we go. Garnet Peters placing in that second springboard, making sure it's nice and stable. Here we go. He's on top. Scott Reed almost onto that first board. There he is. I knew that he'd get it. But look at the drives coming off of Garnet Peters, making sure those chips fly out. There we go. Scott Reed, really strong second board from Scott Reed. And there is Garnet Peters on that other side. Oh, we've got Scott Reed all the way down on that second board. Garnet Peters is still going. Make some noise for him. There we go. Unofficial time, 1:35 for Garnet Peters. We're making sure that Scott Reed's okay, folks. That's quite a tumble. There he goes. Make some noise for Scott Reed. He's gonna be great.
Good cut in stand number 1. DQ stand number 2, incomplete cut.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here with Scott Reed, who just came off stage and actually had a little accident. Tell me about it, Scott. What happened?
Well, Lorenzo, I fell out of the springboard pole. Took a major risk. It's a tough field out there today. A lot of really strong athletes. You really needed the points. The week event for me. So yeah, I took a risk in a pocket. I couldn't fix it anymore. So that's why I tested it out. When I was trying to test out the board, that's when I fell. I'm just glad I wasn't swinging at the time.
Well, I'm glad you didn't hurt yourself that bad. So hopefully there's no problem in the future for the next events coming on. What do you think?
A little sore, but we'll see how it goes.
Wish you all the best.
Thanks, Lorenzo.
You're welcome.
He's representing the West Coast from Solista, British Columbia, Bill Bischoff. Representing the East Coast, your 2017 Canadian Championship finalist, Trevor Schofield.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
There we go. Both of them into the wood right away. We're seeing some synchronized chopping from these two. Look at Bill Bischoff placing in that first board right away. He knows how to make a pocket fast. Here we go. Bill Bischoff already on that second board. He's into the wood. Trevor Schofield making that second pocket. He's got to make up some time here. It's look at the swing on Bill Bischoff. Big wingspan from that man there. Bill Bischoff on that other side. He is driving it off. There's Trevor Schofield. That's what we wanted to see on that second board. And Bill Bischoff has it. Trevor Schofield still going on it. He is just driving it away, making up for that time. Here we go, onto that other side. This is where you need to make some noise. There it is. Unofficial time for Trevor Schofield, 1:53.
Both cuts are good.
Out of the 6 events today, probably have to say springboard would be the one where I just kind of struggle with the most, just because I'm just a little nervous with heights. Believe it or not, it's just the one event that I've had a constant battle with trying to get comfortable on that top board. But thankfully, I've been able to just, keep practicing it and keep training it and get a little more comfortable with each competition.
First to go up, make some noise for Ben Cumberland. And next on the stage from Vancouver, BC, give it up for 2-time Canadian champion, Sterling Hart. Both these athletes are incredible on the springboard, and they both know that the two of them have a very close time ahead of them.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
There we go, Sterling Hart first to that wood. He is making quick work of that pocket. First one already done, and he's up on that first board. Ben Cumberland, he's still going on that first pocket. There he is up on it, but Sterling Hart already a board ahead of him. This is where he really shines. He knows how to make those hard hits. Look at the speed of Sterling Hart up on that block. Ben Cumberland, he's up on that other block. He is there on that other side. Here's Sterling Hart. He's gonna make it. Couple more hits. There it is. There we go. Unofficial time 37. Ben Cumberland still going. You got to make some noise for him. He's taking the big swings up here. On that other side, he's got to just drive that other side off. He needs to make the biggest hits he can now. He's got to give it everything, and there it is.
Both cuts are good.
Both cuts are very good. That was very close to Sterling Hart's record of 35. A great event cleared up here at the Steel Timber Sports Canadian Championship. Stick around for more great sawing and chopping action coming your way. Welcome back, everyone. Let's take a jump to that leaderboard and see who's in the lead with those coveted steel points.
In the underhand chop, athletes will stand on top of a 13-inch round wooden block and cut the log in half by chopping it from both sides.
First up on the stage, we got to welcome back from Truro, Nova Scotia. Give it up for Scott Reed. And up against Scott in this heat, it's Garnet Peters. This is definitely one of Garnet Peters' best events out here today, folks. Scott Reed, all his focus is on that wood. He knows what he has to do.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
There we go, both of them into that wood right away. Look at the speed from Scott Reed. He is just giving it out here today. And Garnet Peters is making those slow, big drives. Scott Reed on that second side already. There's Garnet Peters on that other side. Looking good out here today. Scott Reed is just giving it everything he can. We're at 32 seconds, but Garnet has it at 33:38 unofficial time. Keep it going for Scott Reed. He's still on that other side, almost there. And there it is.
Both cuts are good.
Both cuts are great. There we go.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
There we go. Bill Bischoff first into that wood, but look at the speed on Carson. He is making some excellent speedy drives. There's Bill Bischoff on that other side. The Carson is right there with him. Got some synchronized chopping here today. Looking good. Bill Bischoff almost ready to drive it off. He knows what there it is. Give it up for him. Couple more hits for Carson Bischoff. He knows he's almost through. Here we go, driving it off, and there it is.
Both cuts are good.
Very good. That's what we wanted to hear here today, folks.
we're here with Bill Bischoff. Bill, how does it feel to beat your cousin on underhand?
That was pretty good. I chopped that not how I wanted to, but it came off.
It came off, but please take me through that heat.
I opened up with about 10 inches of chip instead of 13 like I should have, and I just had to go straight in. The only thing that saved me with that was my axe, actually. The axe did way better than I did, and it carried me through.
Well done.
Thank you.
Okay.
Qualifier day for myself. My goal is to make the finals again. I just got to have a good, clean day, just to have good, solid events, set some PBs. If I set PBs, I'll be up there in the placings and should be safe. But the group is strong, and I just got to stay focused all day.
Coming up to the stage, we have Trevor Schofield. And up next from Port McNeill, BC, give it up for Nick Russell. We have two super strong competitors in this heat.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Big hits already from Nick Russell. Looking good out there. Look at him just driving that axe into that wood. Trevor Schofield, on the other hand, looking really sharp out there. He's making the first to turn. Nick Russell on that other side. Trevor Schofield not giving him any time to lose. Here we go. Couple more hits here to go. It's a couple more hits, and Nick Russell and Trevor Schofield, very close heat.
Both cuts are good.
Both cuts are good, says Roger McPhee. Making his way to the stage, give it up for Ben Cumberland. And welcoming back to the stage after a great springboard chop, Sterling Hart. Now you gotta make sure you don't blink in this heat.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
There we go, Sterling Hart with that first drive. Ben Cumberland is not giving him any room to speed up. Sterling Hart with those massive speedy drives. He's on that other side. Here we go, Ben Cumberland right there with him. He knows he's gotta heat this up in order to win, and Sterling Hart has it at 15:97 unofficial time right there with him. Ben Cumberland with unofficial time 20:01.
We have two good cuts.
Two good cuts. That is an understatement if I ever heard one.
Don't go anywhere, folks. More exciting coverage of our Canadian Championship is coming right up. Welcome back. Let's check in with our official STIHL leaderboard. The STIHL stock saw event is a test of the athlete's skill using a chainsaw. Each athlete must complete 2 cuts, 1 down cut and 1 up cut with a 4-inch section marked by a line. Athletes start with both hands on top of the log, and time ends when both cuts are complete.
Warm up your saw.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
There we go, and right quick on that exchange. Here we go. It's gonna be very tight. There it is. A nice unofficial 12.90 for Doug Armsworthy. That is exactly what he was looking for here today, folks.
The cut is good.
That it is. The cut is good. From Magna Bay, BC, make some noise for Carson Bischoff. And going against Carson in this heat, give it up for Garnet Peters.
Warm up your saws. Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
There we go. Carson Bishop first to the wood. Garnet Peters looking good here. Carson quick on the exchange, already on that second cookie. There's Garnet right behind him. That's an unofficial time for Carson Bishop at 11:25.
Video review on stand 1. After video review, we have a DQ on stand 2, a good cut on stand 1.
Okay, we're here with Mr. Peters, just coming off the stage with his stock saw. Tell me about it, because you have a little bit of hiccup, I think, eh?
Yeah, It was rattling around on the ground there a bit, and when I went to pick it up, I sort of fumbled with it a bit and got to the wood awkwardly, cut a piece out, and then I went back to redo that cut, and I cut wood that I've already cut before, so disqualified on that.
Not a complete disc.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Sorry to hear that, but we wish you all the best for the next.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, we're ready for heat number 3 of the SLH Transport Stock Saw. Make some noise for Scott Reed. And coming up right behind him, he's ready for this. Make some noise for Trevor Schofield. These guys are ready for this event.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
There we go, both of them to the one right away. There is Trevor Schofield, first to the exchange, but Scott Reed is right there with him. It's gonna be close. Wow! Now that is a tight heat. Unofficial time for Scott Reed, 11:76. Unofficial time for Trevor Schofield, 11:59.
Both cuts are good.
That is really good for both these athletes. They needed that event to get those steel points. Woo!
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
There we go, both to the woods right away. Look at the accuracy on both of these. There it is, Bill Bischoff went first on the exchange. Ben Cumberland still coming up right behind, and it's Ben Cumberland looking good up there.
Both cuts are good.
Both cuts are good.
All it takes is one disqualification and you're right down to the bottom of the pack. So my goal for today is just to be consistent. That's always been my goal in any race. Years that I've won the series, I didn't win a single event. I've came second or third in every event. And all it takes to win in this is to not lose it, basically.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
There we go, both of these athletes quick to that one. All the way down. There's Nick Russell on that second one, but Sterling Hart is right there with him. It's going to be very close. And wow. Once again, a very quick heat for both of these athletes. Unofficial time for Nick Russell is 10:84. Unofficial time for Sterling Hart is 11:08.
We have 2 good cuts.
2 good cuts, very good. Awesome, that is the end of our SLH Transport Stock Saw event.
Let's check in with our official steel leaderboard. With 3 events complete, which athletes will come out on top and have a chance to compete in our 2018 Steel Timber Sport Canadian Men's Championship?